How's it going? David from Comic Book Investments. So in this video, we're going to look at 5 keys that are heating up. Yes, heating up as in going up in price. One book is up 340% in the last couple of years. Just in just in 4 months alone, it is up 134%. 134% in just a few short months. Man, I should have taken all my money out of Tesla and put it into this book because this book is hot, 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 hot. And I did a whole video on this guy, and there's a few that I missed, and there's one I'd like to talk about still, because they keep going up. Don't know why. But anyways, if you would like to win this book over here, this is an X-Men 130. This is the first appearance of the Dazzler. Now, there's rumors speculating out there that Taylor Swift's going to be in the new Deadpool 3 movie, and some people say she's going to be Lady Deadpool. That makes zero sense to me. None whatsoever. More likely, she would be the Dazzler, which makes a billion more sense to me, because she is an artist and a singer. So makes more sense for her to be the Dazzler, which that's why I think it's going to be, not Lady Deadpool. I think that's a massive obscure character that really, no, I don't think so. I highly doubt it. Nonetheless, if you want to win this book over here, head over to thecollectorscomics.com, enter in the giveaway. We have banners. If you can't find the banner, scroll to the very bottom of the screen. You'll see a little thing that says giveaway. All you have to do is click the enter button, and we'll pay for everything. Shipping, doesn't matter where it's getting shipped to, we will pay for it. And all you have to do is click enter. If you don't have an account, obviously you have to sign up. And we have an auction going on. This is our 10th auction. Each auction gets bigger and bigger, and this one is no different. It's going to be the biggest one we've ever had. So thank you to all the consigners that consign to us. And again, we take consignments, and we only charge 5%. There's no buyer's premium. That's just a scam trying to get more money out of people. With buyer's premium, you're like, oh, we'll give you, we only take 5%. Oh, but we also have a 20% buyer's premium. So when someone goes to bid on a $1,000 book, they're like, oh, 20%. Well, I'll just bid like $800. So that $1,000 book, you're losing that $200. None of that. We just have the seller just pays 5% to us. We take care of everything. So if you want to consign to our next auctions, we have consignments open. And if you want to win this book, and also we have an auction going on, so bid away. If you find anything you like, let's get into the video. All right, first is we got 3D Zone number 16. This is a Dave Stevens cover, and it was one of the most expensive covers until I'll tell you later. But one currently sold in a 9.4 for $525. Earlier this year, in January, it was averaging 400. That's up 32%. In all 2023, it was averaging about 350. It's up 50%. And in 2022, it was averaging 150. Now it's up 250%. This book just keeps on. This is a record breaker right here. This keeps going up. I did a video on Dave Stevens, did like the whole, basically like a breakdown of his life, like a biography, so to speak. Very interesting guy. I was very excited to do it. You should check it out if you haven't checked it out. Remember, if I can remember to put a link. Very cool. He's from here. The place where he used to, Pacific Comics, was one of like his first major publishers, was not that far from here. They don't exist anymore, but when they did exist, they weren't that far from here. So very cool stuff. I was very excited. So interesting. He did storyboards for Michael Jackson's Thriller and Raiders of the Lost Ark, stuff like that. Like this, like very odd career, but very cool career. I would definitely check it out. It's very interesting. Next is we have Batman 234 in a 9.8. One just sold for a record price, $7,800. Now, we didn't have any sales this year in 2024, but in all 2023, it averaged $6,250. That is up 25%. Year before that, in 2022, it was averaging about $4,910. It's up 59%. Neil Adams, great artist, especially during this time. This is like his peak prime. This is when he was really good. Obviously, when he got older, kind of skated on his name. I don't know if that's what I never understand about older artists. I don't know if they can't be good anymore or if they're just kind of lazy and they don't want to be good. I'm not going to lie. This art, fantastic. As Neil Adams got older, I don't know. It just wasn't as good. Same with like Kevin Eastman's, his Turtles drawings aren't as good as before. Joe Kubert, if you look at his old stuff compared to his new stuff, Gil Kane, it's almost like a completely different artist. You look at Gil Kane when he would do old Green Lantern, like a long time ago, like 50s, 60s, and then you see him like later when he's in like the 80s and stuff like that, and you're like, what is this? This is not even this. This looks like a preliminary drawing. I'm not trying to knock the artists. They're all a billion times better than I could be, even with their eyes closed and only using their toes, and they only have one toe. I don't know. They could still draw better than I could. So just saying that I don't know what it is. I don't know if they purposely get worse because they just kind of don't care anymore, or if they physically can't. I don't know what it is. I'm just curious. Nonetheless, great Neil Adams. This is the return of Two-Face. I don't know what else to tell you about this. It's a great book. So I would not imagine this over time. This would be a great investment book. All right, next is we got The Crow #1, but this is in the 1999 series, and this is the variant by Todd McFarlane. A 9.8 recently sold for $750. Hasn't been that many sales. The last sale in all 2023 was averaging about $675. It's up 11%. In 2022, it was averaging $500, up 50%. Of course, this is a record sale for this one as well. I just saw this cover randomly because, like I said, I have a consignment center where I do consignments for comics, and someone sent this in, and I was like, oh, this is a kind of cool cover. And I was like, oh, it's Todd McFarlane. I was like, I didn't even know he did this. So very interesting. And I was like, oh, that's cool. So I looked it up, and I was like, oh, it's actually heating up. So I'll put it on this video. Next, we got Planet Comics #1. This is another Dave Stevens cover. This will be his most expensive cover. And it's not any first appearances. This people love his artwork. And a 9.8, one recently sold for $2,888. Just a few months ago in January, it was averaging $12.27. That is up 136%. None sold in all 2023, but then in 2022, a few sold, and they averaged about $650. That's up 344%. And of course, it's a record price. I mean, massive, massive record price. And the crazy thing is, it's been heating up for like 2 years. Like just slowly going up, slowly going up. Dave Stevens, fantastic artist. Again, you have to check out his documentary. So that 3D Zone 16, that was the most expensive book. And then I don't know. I think maybe I don't know. I have a small YouTube crowd, right? And I'm thankful for each one. But I did the video, and his books have been going up more. So I don't know if it's because I did the video and probably I think it got 8,000 views or something like that. So I don't know if people are watching it and buying the book, so pushing up the price more, or if it was already going up and I happened to make the video, made no difference. Like this one still would have sold for $2,900. I don't know. I don't know if I have that much power. I'd like to think I don't have that much power, but maybe I do. I don't know. I really don't think I do. I think these books were already going up, and my video just, some people watched it, and I doubt people watched it and then went out and just paid record prices for things. They could have. I don't know. Great artists, great covers, great books. So I don't know what to say. Crazy though. Went up 344% in a few years. All right, last on the list is Iron Fist #14. This first appearance of Sabretooth. A 9.4 just recently sold for $950. In January, it was averaging $881, up 7%. And all 2023 was averaging $885, so that's up 7% as well. But back in 2022, obviously this got a massive comic book boom, and this towards the tail end of it was selling for $12.15 on average in 2022. That's down 21% from there. But recently it's been going up. I think the reason why it's recently been going up, I think it's kind of bottomed. Like if you look at all 2023, $885, and you even look at January, so the beginning of this year, basically the same price. So that to me tells me that it's pretty much bottomed, and it's recently gone up because Deadpool 3. So I think there's rumors of Sabretooth in there. Anyways, Sabretooth is a great character, so with or without the Deadpool 3 bump, this book probably had bottomed out. Probably was between the 800 and 900 range was probably its bottom for this 9.4. So again, you want to win this book, head over to collectorscomics.com. Very simple. Click the button. And if you see anything in the auction, feel free to bid. Let your friends know. Let your parents know. Let your dog know. And give your dog some money so he can bid on some books. We got some nice dog books in there. I think we got a Scooby-Doo in there. What else do we got in there? I think that's it. Have a great day.